guys, today the update season is upon us, and we have the first sneak peek of what's to come. The update season is upon us. Are you guys excited for what's to come? I definitely know I am. So what do we have? We're taking a look at what's on the screen right now. We've got an expo. We've got the laboratory. We've got the Royal Champion, the Spell Factory, and some traps here that are going to be receiving upgrades. Yes. All right. So the biggest thing first. What do you mean by the biggest thing first? Well, let's take a look. The Spell Factory. It goes up a level, which means there's a new spell. Yes, there is. It's called the Invisibility Spell. You guys are probably wondering, like, Carbon, what in the world is this new spell? Well, let's go and find out a little bit more. We're going to click on this. It says, the Invisibility Spell makes everything except for walls and siege machines invisible and untargetable within its radius. You guys have probably no clue what that means. We're going to go through quite a bit of examples to walk you through exactly what it does. But essentially, you can make your troops, even your heroes, invisible from getting hit. Or you can make defending buildings like Town Hall, Bomb Tower, whatever you drop it on, invisible to your troops so they'll bypass it to go where you want. Very, very interesting. Can't use that on your siege machines, so you can't be dropping a blimp, drop the spell, and have it be invisible. That doesn't work. So this is going to open up a whole new kind of game to all this strategy here. So let's go ahead and upgrade that. It will take 7 days. All right, no worries. So we're going to go ahead and finish that off. And now there is the new Spell Factory. Take a look at that. Let's go ahead and click Brew. And what do we got? So this is only level 1, and it lasts for 3.75 seconds. So let's go into the laboratory, and this first one takes 9 days. Remember, everything you see here is subject to change. You don't know exactly if it's going to be the final numbers, the amount, because the update, who knows when it's going to come out, and it might change. So just keep an eye out for that. But let's go ahead and upgrade this. So that is going to be for 9 days right there. We'll go ahead and finish that off. We're going to go ahead and do the next one here. We'll finish this one off. Bam. And then we'll go to level 3. So now we're at 4 seconds. So we're, I'm out of updates. Updates are in progress. Let's finish that off. There we go. Now we're at 4.25 seconds for max level 4. All right, let's finish that off. So now we have the maxed out level 4 invisibility spell right there. 4.5 seconds. That is, that's pretty crazy. It's not like a freeze where the defenses won't hit, right? It's just they'll still target you. So essentially, if you drop that spell onto a defense, it will still hit you, but you won't target it. But if you drop it on top of like your balloons or something, as they're going above the defense will be invisible, plus your balloons will be invisible. So then they'll target something else. It's kind of crazy. But next up we have is the Expo. This is going to receive an upgrade as well, which means it's also going to be going up damage and HP. So that's going to affect the lightning value. So let's go ahead and upgrade that. Bam. That is now level, 8 now? All right. And also we got some traps that are going up. We have the Giant Bomb going to level 7. That is quite a bit of damage right there. We'll finish the Giant Bomb off. And then we've got the Red Air Bomb, 7 days. Bam, Red Air Bomb. Quite a bit of splash getting affected now. But also we've got is the Royal Champion, and she's going to go up 5 levels here. So let's go ahead and upgrade her 5 levels as we go through here. You can kind of see the cost and everything, and essentially as you're going through. So we're finishing her off 23, 24. Man, this is a lot of gems here. And 20. Oh, I need more gems. And bam, we're going to go and finish her off. And there it is, level 25 Royal Champion. Let's go and click info. Damage per second, 555, 4100 HP. And then she has her Shaking Shield. Still targets 4 defenses, damage 1960, and health recovery 2900. So there's quite a bit of different things that we're going to have to try out, especially with the Royal Champion spear throw and everything like that. Next up we have is the balance changes. And you see here, what we've got is the Clan Castle and the Scatter Shot right here. And so what do I mean by the Clan Castle? Well, you will no longer be able to lightning the CC. Yes, it has now become a storage. What does that mean for me? I can't attack anymore. I don't know how to attack. How do I do it? You now need to take a poison to deal with the CC. No more lightning to destroy the CC. Are you guys happy with that? I'll have to be coming with different attacks. And then the scatter shot also gets a buff in HP. So you see 4,200 to the scatter shot. I've got the numbers right here. It says scatter shot HP has been increased from 3,500 to 4,200. Also, the scatter shot hit speed has been increased from 3.036 to 3.228. And the DPS has been reduced by 10. So the scatter shot has gotten stronger. It doesn't receive an upgrade, but it has gotten stronger in the hits, especially if you're trying to do now the lightning spells on it, just like the Expo. So essentially, the lightning spell pretty much got a nerf in this winter update. That's going to affect a lot of players, but what is up next after that? I'm going to go through the gameplay here. So we've got the lightning spell. We also have at the end of the battles, if your hero ability remains unused, your hero will heal the amount of HP they would normally recover from using their ability. That is very nice. So you don't have to worry about hitting the ability to automatically get that heal from it. When editing your base, main village wall segments can now be swapped with each other. So if I go here, I swap, bam. So we can swap walls, which will no longer require cooldown, just like swapping any other defenses. Doesn't require cooldowns right there. So now you can swap walls if you want, but it's going to be pretty tedious. It's up to you, but you could do that. That is also an additional thing. We will have also another thing about friendly wars. This is really cool. When trading a friendly war, I know a lot of you guys may not play in friendly wars, but you do. Like I do a lot. Friendly wars, now you can select one attack. Remember, you always have to have 2 attacks, but now there could be an option that you can only select 1 attack in those friendly wars. That's awesome. It kind of follows like the CWL and a lot of the esports style wars. So that is fantastic. There's been some new cosmetic things that have been added to the game about like viewing a skin. So, I mean, if you want to see all the details about the notes, I'm sure it's going to be in the notes section inside the game. So you can see that as well. And it'll take you to them so you can read all about that. But that's really not going to affect the gameplay style. Some Supercell ID stuff right there. But what you guys want to know is how does that new invisibility spell work? Actually, before we get into the invisibility spell, we're going to jump into taking a look at the lightning spell and see how that does against the buff of the scatter shot and the Expo. Normally, before the update, it took 5 lightning and 1 earthquake to take out an Expo, a scatter shot, and a multi-target inferno. So let's try that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right through here, and drop an earthquake, and it is not enough. This is a huge change, because you'll have to take that extra earthquake in order to take that combination down, which is also going to affect when you're using the earthquake lightning combinations for those switch spam attacks where you're taking out both scatter shots. You can't do that anymore unless they're close to each other. Now let's try the World Champion Shield, the ability here. So how many lightning does it take to take down the Expo, scatter, and multi? Well, in order to take them down, you're going to need to do 2 lightning onto the Expo and the scatter shot, plus you do the earthquake here. And then if you pop the RC ability and you go like this, pops it, takes that down, and then it'll take 1 final lightning to take down that multi. So the multi is the same. It takes the 1 lightning, 1 earthquake to take it down, but you're going to require at least 2 lightning onto the Expo and the scatter shot with the earthquake in order to take that down. All right, so let's go ahead and try to use the invisibility spell here and see what happens here. So if I go ahead and drop the invisibility spell on the defense, then it'll make it invisible and the world champion will skip it, right? So if I go with, or heroes or whatever it may be. So if I go invisibility spell, RC, pop her ability, and it skips those defenses with her ability. So you saw she went forward, she targeted the next closest defense, which was the Eagle artillery there, the haste, and then invisibility spell, and then we go with some balloons. They're going to be invisible as they're hasted through like that. But they will target the defenses because I didn't make that invisible, right? Because I didn't make the scatter shot or that stuff invisible. So now, and so they will go through. But now the question is, if there's traps in there, will the balloons will they pull the traps when the balloons are invisible? So let's go ahead and drop some haste spells. We're going to drop the invisibility spell like this, and then some balloons as they're invisible. And even when they're invisible, they pull the traps, right? So I'll go ahead and use another invisibility spell here. Let's go invisibility, and we're going to go balloons. Then we make this invisible again, right? The balloons, they're going to bypass those defenses. You see how that works? They will pull the traps, but if you drop it again, and you accidentally like, oh, I got to make those balloons invisible, but if you drop that while it's on top of a defense, it's going to ignore it and it's going to go right on by, which is a big thing, right? So now if I drop the invisibility spell here and I drop the Royal Champion, she's going to be invisible, right? And the defenses won't hit her. So now this opens up the door for, let's say, queen charges and things like that, right? So if we put a clan castle here, will the invisible hero pull out the CC? So let's go and drop the invisibility spell. Bam, she's invisible. And it looks like she does not pull out that CC while she's invisible. If you make the eagle invisible, even though while she's targeting, she will re-target. So only when they are not invisible will that CC be lured out. So that's a big thing. If they're invisible, they can still pull traps. They can still pull the giant bombs, red air bombs, seeking air mines. They can also pull the ground skellies, but it will not pull the clan castle, and it will change the pathing of a hero like the Royal Champion. We'll find some use cases now of the invisibility spell. One of them could be you want the Hog Riders to avoid a bomb tower, right? So let's say we go with the Hogs, the Grand Warden, Royal Champion, right? We can go ahead and heal in this area, and we're like, oh no, the bomb tower is going to do too much damage, so we're going to make it invisible, and then they will go ahead and avoid it. And let's go ahead and do this. I mean, obviously, I would have to drop a couple because they're going to have to backtrack. So you can kind of see right here, and then we kind of make this that invisible. They'll pass it. They'll go straight to the scatter shot. So they get into the dead zone, and then they'll end up going back. No, they won't go back because they've already targeted onto the bomb tower, and then they'll obviously go back right there. Boom, let's go and drop the lightning, and obviously there. But, so you can kind of see there's so many different cases that you guys will come up with using the invisibility spell. Maybe let's go ahead and should we try to do an attack or two here? Now let's try the invisible spells over the town hall. I mean, it's really hard to get troops to be invisible when you get over the town hall, but let's see. So let's go with triple earthquake. Let's go with a dragon right here. It should just barely not be able to take the town hall down. Let's see. So the dragon's going. It's trying. It's going. The town hall is about to go down, and it does not, right? So it just has a sliver of health here. So let's go ahead and try a raged up here, and let's go invisibility spell here, and we're going to go balloons, and let's go invisible again. So they're invisible, and bam, they take the damage, right? So it does affect the invisible troops. And I mean, it's really difficult to have your troops be invisible over town because it doesn't last that long, but just keep it in mind, it will take out your troops. It will still damage them, even if they're invisible. This next point is very important, and this comes to the actual deployment of the invisibility spell. It acts just like a freeze spell, where you can't just have a barely touching for it to work. So you know how the freeze and earthquake, they act differently, right? So if I drop it over here and the edge of the freeze is touching the town hall, it won't work, right? It won't freeze the town hall. But if I drop the earthquake and it just barely touches the town hall, it will, right? It obviously is larger, but the earthquake just needs to touch one tile of the building for it to work. The freeze spell, it needs to be at least half, right? So I have to get a little bit closer, and then I could freeze like this area right here. And then since I'm now freezing half of the town hall, it will be frozen. So that works the same thing. So if I drop the invisibility spell a little too far away, like right here, the town hall won't be invisible, right? But if I drop it on top of the town hall, then it will be. So you need at least have half the building or defenses with the invisibility spell for it to work. Otherwise, if you just drop it far enough on the outside here like this, it won't be invisible, and that's going to be a problem. So that is super important when you're using the spell, so keep that in mind. All right, we're going to go ahead and attack with the Queen Charge Hogs with 3 invisibility spells. Let's see how it works. Let's go and drop the Yeti on the outside. We're going to drop some archers in the corners. And then we're going to try to charge this queen into 3 ground expos. The queen, the world champion, a lot of stuff here. So let's go and open up this wall here. Let's get the king to go on the outside. We can open up the next wall right here. In it goes. Bam, looking good. Down that goes. Drop 2 balloons. Pull some Seeking Air Mines. Healers are down. And then we will go ahead with the invisibility spell. Bam, right there. Now the queen is invisible. We can go and drop a rage through this area. Should be able to take the town hall down. Uh-oh. Looks like we have to make the queen invisible again. And we do. Super wall break here. All right. The queen's invisible. We broke through here. King's ability. We're going to have to make her invisible once again. Rage her up. Drop another super wall break. It's going through. And out comes the CC. We're going to go ahead and poison it. We're going to go ahead and drop a freeze right through here. Queen still got her ability. Go with the siege barracks up top. All right, so queen should be able to get some nice value here. She'll probably end up going to go down eventually. Pop that ability. And there we go. Going to drop the hogs. Warden, RC. More hogs. 2 headhunters onto the king to help take him down. Queen staying up with a lot of value. We're pushing our way through. Let's drop that heal. Pop that warden ability to be protected. Through the bomb tower. And double giant bombs. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Let's drop some wizards for cleanup up top. Tornado trap is there, but it's okay. Pushing our way through. The queen does go down. 1 healer left. She's pretty much going to die off. But let's see. We're getting our way through here. We're going to go and heal closer to the bomb tower right through here. There the hogs go. Going through. Giant bomb pops up. Drop some more wizards for cleanup on the outside. And there we go, guys. This is going to be a 3-star. Pop the ability. Skips. We can drop some archers, which will distract that mortar as the hogs and world champion go through. But you can see the invisibility spell, that queen charge, can now be even stronger. Absolutely insane what you can do right there. Look at that. Queen charge hogs. I think queen charges are going to be, you're going to see some beautiful hits. And that's going to wrap up the video here today. And if you guys have ideas for me to test out with the invisibility spell that I didn't cover, be sure to let me know down in the comment section down below. And also, if you guys haven't already, we're pushing for 200,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you turn your phone vertical, click that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below for the daily content. And hope you guys have a wonderful day. Carbonfin, signing out. Peace.